Okay, so in this video, let's answer this question that is usually asked to me by my critics. If intent healing is a solution in autism, why are mainstream doctors still unaware of it? And the answer to that question is, it's because of cognitive dissonance. So let's try to understand what is the meaning of cognitive dissonance, which is what is preventing most mainstream doctors from being able to be open to the solution in autism. Alright, so there was a time when people thought that the earth was flat. And this was what was being taught in schools as well, that the earth is flat. So in this example, there's this child who believes that the earth is flat, and based on that belief, he has additional beliefs. He says the earth is flat, if not, I will fall down. So this is his belief that is very strong within him. And then a scientist discovers. He makes his observations and he discovers that the earth is not flat. So he finds the earth to be a globe or spherical, and it's not flat. And this news, this new finding or discovery is then broadcast to the rest of the world, and then it comes out in the newspapers as well. So it completely changes the way science is being taught in school. Now the earth is not flat, it's spherical. Not only that, it's tilted on its axis, is what is being taught in schools after that. Now remember that example where we had this child who believed that the earth is flat, otherwise he would fall down. So his friend comes in and informs him of this new discovery, that the earth is spherical from today, is what he announces to the boy. So now this child is experiencing cognitive dissonance, which is nothing but the discord that a person experiences within themselves, a conflict that they experience within themselves when they have certain beliefs and they're holding on to it very strongly, and that is being challenged by evidence that is presented to the contrary. So in this example, the child says, no, the earth should be flat because I don't want to fall off from the surface of the earth. So beliefs determine your reality. When they are challenged and you cannot accept it, cognitive dissonance ensues. Beliefs determine your reality. When they are challenged and you cannot accept or digest the fact, cognitive dissonance ensues. Now coming back to our question, why are mainstream doctors still not open-minded to even explore the possibility of a solution in autism that is being presented with intent healing? The main reason is because so much of money is being poured into researchers that are still looking at the problem or the cause of autism. Well, intent healing is already on to the solution in autism. So this is an example of the burden, economic burden, or in other terms, how much money is being spent on trying to find out the cause in autism, or they are stuck with a problem in autism. So forecasting the economic burden of autism in 2015 and 2025 in the US. So in this report we see few US estimates of the economic burden of autism are available, and none provide estimates for 2015 and 2025. We forecast the annual direct medical, direct non-medical and productivity costs combined to be around 268 billion for 2015 and 461 billion for 2025. These 2015 figures are on par with recent estimates for diabetes and attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder ADHD, and exceed the cost of stroke and hypertension. Therefore, the prevalence of ASD continues to grow as it has in recent years. ASD costs will likely far exceed those of diabetes and ADHD by 2025. Now the point here is that when so many billions are being invested in trying to find the cause, most of this goes in finding the cause for autism. Why would doctors or mainstream medical professionals be even interested in finding a solution? Because many of their livelihoods depends upon the research funding that all of this money goes into. And here's another report. According to Mike Stope of the Associated Press, there has been more than 1 billion has been spent over the past 10 years in search of the causes of autism. The research has been skeptical, focusing on many different aspects of the causes. For instance, the age of the father, the weight of the mother, and how close a child lives to the freeway, and even other more ridiculous researchers trying to compare everything and trying to find out causes for autism that really do not make any sense at all. It has been growing public concern for 20 years as studies have found it to be more and more common. The US government greatly increased funding for research of it in the last decade and now budgets about 170 million a year through the National Institute of Health. There has been more than 300 million in spending annually over the recent years, funded by more than half dozen foundations and autism advocacy groups. About a third of that has been devoted to finding autism's causes. Again, this reinforces the fact that researchers and even the governments are more interested in investing money in trying to find the causes, and they're least interested in even looking at the possibility of a solution existing, which is already operating on ground and showing results. And here's another article. Many researchers are conducting different studies including medications, illnesses and nutritional deficiencies during pregnancies, pollutants and even brain scans in siblings to find a common link. As study findings are reported, researchers are hoping to see repetition, confirmation that is, that certain factors are playing significant roles. So they are stuck still. They are at the infancy of just understanding how these factors relate to autism. Here again, this is the evidence that mainstream medical professionals and governments are pouring in billions of dollars still stuck with the problem of autism rather than stepping into light into the solution, which is already available through intent healing. For centuries, people believed that the earth was flat. Then overnight, it was revealed that the earth is a sphere. And many could not just digest this fact. And that is cognitive dissonance, as explained here. Are you stuck in the "it can't be that easy to heal autism" mindset? If you're stuck in this mindset, then you're experiencing cognitive dissonance as well. All the limiting symptoms in autism and ADHD can be completely healed today. See the results from day one. Step out of the trap of cognitive dissonance and step into the light of authentic autism solutions. With intent healing, autism symptoms vanish right from day one.